Hey everyone, welcome to my Pastor Paul update. So glad that you've joined me. And Theodore, how you doing?
Good.
Good, that's it?
I have a Star Wars mask.
You do have a Star Wars mask. That thing is awesome. You look like a... That's pretty good. You look like a stormtrooper, don't you?
Well, it's Darth Vader.
Oh, it's Darth Vader. Okay, all right. Is he a good guy or a bad guy?
That guy.
Yeah, definitely.
But
definitely.
then he turns it, but first he was a good guy, then he was a bad guy.
So he was a good guy, and then he was a bad guy,
And then he was a good guy.
and then he was a good guy. Wow. Wow. That's maybe he should make up his mind, right? Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm so glad you've joined me. Today I have an interview with...
I have a mask on my shoe.
Yes, you do. I have an interview with Ron Ziegler and Trent Toole from Hope CDA. You won't want to miss that. That comes up here in just a minute. But just a couple things that you need to know about. First of all, I want to say a huge thank you to everyone for our Lenten project. We were raising funds to help Wellington Heights Church, Community Church, and we raised over $58,000. That is awesome. Round of applause. Can you clap? That's great. That's great. So we're really thankful for that, and look for Keon and Stephanie to have a little quick video as well in a couple of our future worship services. The other thing I want to tell you about is that we have our Second Chance prayer walk coming up on April 25th at 2 p.m. And so I want to invite you to that. I'm going to be there and be part of that prayer walk, and so is Marlis on staff and other people as well. But want to invite you to that as well, so you can put that in your calendar, coming up here April 25th at 2 p.m. All right. Any final things to say?
No.
What are we doing tonight?
Going to youth group.
Going to youth group.
And the nurse.
And Toby's in the nursery.
And I think he's crying.
Do you think he stopped crying?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I hope so. All right, check out this interview with Ron and Trent.
Bye-bye.
I'm here with Ron Ziegler. We're here at Hope CDA, and I get a chance just to talk to him about what's going on here as we continue to talk about Second Chance Month. And I'm here with Trent Toole. He is working here with Hope CDA, and actually Trent is a story of a life change through Hope CDA. I'm so excited to be here at Hope CDA, and for everybody, this is my first time down here, so this is all brand new to me, but you're the founder of Hope CDA, and so tell me what is Hope CDA? What do y'all do? How did it all begin?
So I wouldn't claim to be the founder. I was part of a founding group of people. So we actually started after the flood of 2008. Served the city, organization of about 60 churches and nonprofits, collected money, helped people get back in their homes. And out of that effort came the vision for creating a jobs training program for men coming out of prison, rebuilding houses. So about a third of our men historically have been starting in our program while they're on work release from the Larry Nelson Center, the local halfway house in the 6th Judicial District. The other 2/3 have been through different agencies in town that we've built relationships with. And when we have openings, we let them know we have openings, and they have clients that are in their using their services, and they've been able to appoint them. And then referrals. So men that have been in the program before, we've a number of men that came to us because of that. Most recently, this has been very exciting. Just in the last few weeks, we took in our first 2 men directly from Anamosa State Penitentiary.
Wow.
And they are on work release and live in our program house.
Okay.
So they're not living in a halfway house run by the state, they're in our halfway house.
But I was in the halfway house this last time. I needed some structure out of the halfway house, and I knew that. Because I go to prison, I go to the halfway house. I get out of the halfway house, I start doing wrong. I go back to prison, go to the halfway house. You know, it takes about 3 years to go through that cycle.
Yeah.
So I started with Hope and moved into one of their program houses with a house mentor, leader, whatever. You know, the life skills, all that. And it was kind of a gradual. I wanted the structure, but the Lord led me in small steps.
This is the Hope CDA building, and so what happens here?
Yeah, so up until about a year and a half ago, we were really just I was working out of my office at home.
Okay.
And we had about 3 years ago taken one of the houses that we had rehabbed and we kept it as a program house for men in the program to live in. So I just set up office in that house. So we really had no place for the men to gather. Whenever we wanted to have a bigger class, we were fortunate enough to have Mission of Hope just right down the block, and they were very gracious to let us use classroom space there. Kim Ream, very involved with us as well. So again, you talk about the different organizations working together. We really needed a space to run our businesses out of. So our program is a jobs training program and a life change program.
Okay.
And the jobs training program, we started off, as I said, working on houses. So we started construction, and we do jobs for individuals. Right now there's a lot of derecho damage that people want us to come and fix things.
I'm the construction supervisor. I've done some of the side jobs, but they've recently put me in charge of, we rehab houses.
Yeah.
Is one of the areas we do.
Yeah.
So they've put me in charge of rehabbing the houses.
Okay.
Which we're taking old houses here on the southeast side that are decrepit, whatever. We're buying them, fixing them up, and selling them to single family homes to kind of keep the slumlords from buying them up and turning them into, 5 small apartments, and just to keep the neighborhood better.
Yeah.
We bought a burnt down house that we're going to build a brand new one on. Kind of excited for that.
So we have classroom, we'll have the community area for our men. And then a big part of the building is our construction tools, storage, some supplies. And then there's a wood shop. We started a wood crafting business about a year and a half ago. And then we, about a year ago, started a landscaping business.
Check this out right over here. This is some of the woodworking projects.
Yep.
Yeah, this is great stuff here.
One of the neat things about that is a lot of the wood that we're using is recycled wood.
Okay.
And we have a little card on there, reclaimed wood by a reclaimed life.
Nice.
Because these men are in the process of getting their lives reclaimed.
Yeah.
And we talk a lot about the remaking of our lives.
If you were to just define your life before Hope CDA and then after, what would be some of the words that you would use of the before and after?
I had no purpose. I was just in existence. And I've done well in my life before. I've owned my own car lot. I've owned my own construction company. Did very well. I have a good business sense, but my addiction would get me, and I'd get incarcerated and lose it all. But every day was I was just existing.
Sure.
I have a purpose. I want to pass on what's given to me. I want to pass the grace on that's been shown to me. Show guys that there is another side. We hear it from people all the time, but I can try to be that person.
Did you have a moment in your life where you talk about growing up Christian, and I think there are a lot of people that can relate to going to Bible camp, and then you get to the real world and it's different, and Jesus is not exactly honored by everyone in the real world. Was there a moment in your life where you just thought, man, I've got to have Jesus or I can't exist?
I am there now, but I don't have that moment. Mine was many small decisions.
Yeah.
And it snowballed. At first I made very small steps in my faith, in my recovery, in my life. And it was just very little decisions to turn a little more over, to pray a little more, I took a prayer class at our church on a Saturday to learn to pray better. It was just little small people put my life at the right time, and small decisions. Our
vision is to continue to be able to impact more men. So up to this point, we've had about 6 men maximum in the program. So 4 to 6 men at a time. And we, over the next several months, want to move that up to about 10 men. We've brought on a couple more supervisors to allow that to happen. We don't know what other kinds of small businesses God might lead us into, to whether this could be 15 men or more, and maybe at some point women. But right now we're kind of focused on trying to help overcome that fatherless poverty cycle. So our vision really is to expand what we have going and really build that band of brothers community among the men. And we're really seeing that come together now. We've got 5 men in that one house that Mission of Hope had given to us, and that really is creating a community where they can support each other.
going to be a trustee at my church.
Awesome.
You know, I get to mentor these guys in this program.
Yeah.
You know, and give back what I got. I'm working a 12-step program, and I sponsor guys. I chair a couple meetings a week.
Yeah.
So I'm able just to give back.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you can't buy any of that. You know, my whole life I tried filling that hole.
Yep.
In my heart. You know, and God was the only one that could fill it. I've had all the material things. I've had all the relationships. None of that filled that.
Yeah.
And now I make less money than most of my whole life, and I have more than I've ever had.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and then that's just the blessings. I've gotten married, got a supervisor job. We're buying a house here shortly. I'm going to get my license back. Awesome. I haven't driven legally since I was 14 years old.
So volunteer opportunities.
Yeah.
We have lots of opportunities for people that may not think they have gifts for us. So we've got some administrative tasks in our office, spreadsheet work or data entry or just different office type things. We have a huge need for some electricians that would want to donate their time. We've been blessed with an electrical contractor who is still kind of doing that, but it's really hard for him because he's got to run a business. So if there are men out there that have the ability to, knowledge and ability to do electrical work, even if they don't have their license, this contractor that we work with would oversee them and
Sure.
work under his license. So that would be, he looks over the work, makes sure it's all good before he has the inspector come in and stuff. So he's there, he kind of makes sure everything's done right. A plumber, we would love to have that kind of a relationship with a plumber, or heating and air. The other thing that people that are just love to do things with their hands, handyman type things, you don't need to be highly skilled to come and work alongside our participants, our men in the program. It is really great time to build a relationship with a man, hear his story, share your story while you're painting or while you're helping mud a wall, drywall, or whatever, just working alongside the men, building relationship. And again, you don't have to be highly skilled to do that. Then we have opportunities like with this summer we plan to be in the farmers markets. And so a couple volunteers that want to hang out at the farmers market, maybe watch the table for us and sell our products. So we'll need volunteers for that. We could use a couple volunteers that want it on a periodic or regular basis to come and just kind of help clean the building. Again, we're really small, we're growing, we have a lot of maturity to do yet, but there are a lot of opportunities because of that for people to just come in and lend a hand.
What's your favorite thing to do here at Hope CDA?
Everybody thinks I'm lying when I say it, but I love the Friday morning life skills.
Okay.
We do a 33 series for men,
Yep.
you know,
Yep. Great
authentic
series.
manhood. And I've seen it like 5 times, but I get something out of it every time.
Yeah.
And it's just led me, it's changed my life.
For those of you who are at St. Mark's, I'm pretty sure the 33 series is on Right Now Media, so you guys can look it up for free. It's pretty good stuff. So.
Yeah, real good stuff.
Well, this is a great ministry here, and we're so excited to be part of it. And I know different individuals at St. Mark's who are part of this, and they just love it. They speak so highly of Hope CDA, and so we're just thankful for the partnership.
I mean, I've enjoyed seeing us partner together. I've seen some changes that are definitely for the positive.
Yeah.
We are very thankful for the partnership. Your team has brought a lot of extra expertise and volunteers that are really moving us forward in our development to be a premier ministry. So
awesome.
Thank you so much.
That's awesome.
Appreciate it.